I know I was late. There was a slight technical glitch, but we're on now. And that shouldn't be an empty seat because it should be on that one. Need to go a little bit darker, I think. Nope, that's your lot. It's not going any darker than that. I know I was late. There was a slight technical glitch, but we're on now. Sound quality all right? I'm not watching the live feed, unfortunately, so you'll have to bear with me. Yep, sainty. Right, where's the microphone? Oh, let me just turn my audio down. Sound quality alright? That should be on mute. Why is it not on mute? Don't want echo, do we? There we go. I'm here, don't you worry, I'm here. Hopefully, you should be able to see what I've got in front of me. Ignore the knife, let's get rid of that, we don't need that at the minute. I had a bit of a slight technical glitch. I couldn't find certain things, so yeah, I'd misplaced them. I put them somewhere safe, which is always freaking dangerous, isn't it? So yeah, this is one of the nfhg mods mods being built live. Thought I'd do that for a giggle. Oh, that's a point. 2 seconds, let me just go and spam the shit out of the link on my nfhg page. Yep, Tatley. Bit awkward because I've made a new bench just so I can do the mods and stuff, you know. I haven't even drilled it yet, so it was going to get noisy in a minute. I apologise in advance. That's posted and spammed. Lovely jubbly, so people will come in and watch from there. There we go. Cheers, Saint. Yeah, working on a few other things as well, like man. But yeah, this is a bit awkward because I'm used to looking at the live feed, and because I haven't got a separate monitor on my Mac, and I'm not in front of my Mac, you'll have to bear with me if it looks a bit squiffy. All right. Pardon me. Give me nuts and bolts for that. I've got wire, that's up there, that's no problem. So that's your main components there, ladies and gentlemen. I only need one of these. I need one resistor. Put that back in the box up there. Just gonna get my phone in case my iPad decides to shit its bricks. Wherever I put my phone, that is. Where is my phone? That's a good question. My phone's down somewhere. Ah, phone's here. Found it. Phone has been found. Multitasking. Right. Phone has been found. Nice one, Ronster. Yeah, so I'll start by showing off what I do. Basically, I make mods. So you're going to see the process from start to finish of these bad boys. Let's see if I can get the camera angle a bit better. I'm using my little closey-uppy cam here. Get a little bit more light on the subject. Might be. Oh, there you go. You can see a bit better now, can't you guys? It's a little bit glary, so I do apologise about that. But this area isn't really designed for going live. I just thought I'd do a little live, you can watch me do stuff. Village, how are we, Mr. Village? Fuck me, don't smash that thumbs up button, guys. Does it need to go up a bit, does it? Hang on, let me just turn it round. Oh, which side was the fucking best side? That side, isn't it? It's alright, it's not on its mount, you see, it's just hanging from the rafters, so to speak. Is that a bit better, or not? It's peaking like, fuck this end. Let me know if there's any bad noise in the background, alright? What's that like now? Oh, so that's typical, isn't it? I crank the mic up and it shits itself. Is that any better? Don't want that playing anyway. Let me know if there's any issues, guys, alright? No, everything's showing green here. Should be fine now. Just get a bit closer to the microphone. I better? Bit closer. Yep, sound. Right, we've got sound. That's good. So yeah, we've got a box. This is the G-Boy Plus from good old Mod Maker. We have got some other bits and pieces in here which I haven't unpacked yet, but we've got a 12mm brass clicky button, which is yet to be polished, but I polished that on the mod. A 510 connector and a 25mm brass ring piece for it. Sound, bud, sound. So what we're going to do first, I haven't bothered putting the magnets in. I wanted to get the magnets in, but you basically just glue them in, but never mind. It's no bother, it's no biggie. Feed the hamster, Jay. But the first thing, and most important thing we need to do first, is drill some holes. So what we're going to do is cheat. What we do, what the beauty is about these rings, right? You can see this all right. Let's turn it down a little bit. There we are. Oh, that's too dark now. Up a bit more, up a bit more, up a bit more. There we go, that's better. Right, so the thing with these things, right, that's quite handy. You will notice, if I take that off, that the button fits perfectly into the ring. Oh, there misses, right? So what you can do to find your center, to center your thingy, right? So you can use that to center. So we know we want the button on that side because it's for a right-handed person, and we know that if we put that in the central spot there, if we find the center of that, when we drill a hole, it will be perfection. So it might get a bit loud in a second, but what we're going to do now is I'm going to put it roughly where I want it, which is usually about there, give or take. Right, can you see that? Now what we'll do is we'll open the door just to make sure, which that means that is spot on. So what we're going to do, put the door back on, make sure that is central, and I can't see it from that way, so I have to sort of tilt it a little bit because I'm not above it. Oh, my microphone's moving now. Fucking thing. Hang on a second. Let's go in there. Stay, microphone. Let me just stick my microphone on the box or something. There we go. It's not going to go anywhere now. Right. So we know we're going to be about there-ish, give or take. So what we need to do now is very, very carefully mark that out. So what we do is get a good old coil master screwdriver, centralise it, find out where roughly the centre point is without scratching the mod, which will be about there, right? Which looks offset when you take the door off, but when the door's not on, it should be centralised. There is, damn it. So what we're going to do now is going to get that. We're going to get something to twat it with, which will probably be a pair of scissors for a minute. So it's going to get loud, guys. There we go. Got a little tit on there now. I do need to get myself one of those little auto punches. I don't know if you can see that on camera. There's a little tit there. Yeah, that'll be spot on, that will. Right, so we'll get that. We've done that. So now we need a drill bit, and I've got to find a drill bit. Ha! Because that's the one thing I forgot to get out. My drill bit. Quick sweetie. There we are, sweetie, sweetie. feed the gerbils. Everything's fine this end. Everything's showing fine. Let me just exit, make sure everything's exited down here. Yeah, there's nothing else running. So, but then again, the missus is probably downstairs watching TV on bloody Skybox, which saps internet. Which is also the reason why I don't do reviews anymore. I'll get my drill bit. I'll drill a 3mm hole to start off with. 3 or 4mm hole. And then we'll go to the 12mm hole. But for now, yeah, I don't know what it's timing out for, guys. I can't obviously show you this on camera, I do apologise. Got bits of aluminium in my crotch. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. It's playing fine here. Don't know what you're going on about. So I've now switched to a step drill. I can't show you doing this on camera because I don't want it all over my bench because it makes a right noise. I need a box to fucking put all the shit in. Hang on. I've got a little cardboard box that I very, very high tech. Stick it over and drill. So we've gone to 4mm. There we go. Got a hole. The hole has been found. Although it looks messy, it isn't actually messy. It's just a little bit fucking bleh. So what we'll do is we'll just get the old Dremel out and just give it. I'm not going to give it a buzz. I'm just going to just clean the edges up with a bit of sandpaper. Get that deburring off. Get rid of those burrs. Getting better. Right, we'll just give that a little scrape now to make sure that is nice and clean, which it is. Don't know what's going on here. Yeah, the stream should be fine. It's set correctly. Next we hear is shit there. Just making sure all the burrs are off it. Where's my scraper? That's all deburred now. Now it's all deburred, we can get away with it. I think, possibly. So look. So that's all in there ready to go. Should pop in there nice and neatly like so, see? Spot on, duff. Right. Let's get rid of the fluff out the inside of that for starters before we carry on. There's my brush, a little brush for getting rid of the swarf. So I was going to prep all this before I started, you see, but I didn't have time. Is Jules on watching? Right, next we need to do a 10mm hole for the top. So we do the same again. I will make a jig up for this at some point so I can work out where the hole is. Giggity. This is my testing brass ring, by the way. It's not a good. It's not the good one that's going to go on the mod. That's about central, I'd say, give or take. Yeah, about there, I reckon, ladies and gentlemen. there. Just eyeballing it for now. There's my scissors again, just for little taps. There we are, there's a tap, got a centralised point. No, it's not central, although it looked central, it is not. The centre is actually so I could measure it, but I'm no good with maths and working shit like that out because I'm a bit of a retard. That centre, right. Should have turned the settings in my fucking thing off. Keeps timing out on the squirrel. It's no good, is it? Cheers, man. So then we got that there. See that mark? So we'll give that a little tip with the hammer now. We've done that. Get the Dremel on the go. We'll just give it a little drill on. To be fair, a lot of the time I just eyeball it. I mean, this is quite posh way of doing it for me. Normally I just fucking guess it. What I do is I just do a quick fling just to make sure it is right in the centre. If it's not, I can just go off to the one side then. And the beauty about the drill bit is you can just adjust it slightly if you need to. Because it looked a bit off cock, so as you can see I've just adjusted it slightly. Just slightly. So we'll put the thingy drill in again. Put the step drill in. We'll get on this again and do some drilling. Meh, a little bit centralised. Doesn't matter, I can always modify it afterwards. It's okay, it's all good. All the bits from me, and I'll just get rid of all these bits of metal. Right, there we go. So we've now got rid of that and that. It isn't quite central, but I can sort that out now. My drill wandered by the looks of it, which always happens sometimes. Which does happen sometimes. It's just goes with the flow. But we can fix that. That's no bother. Or just leave it slightly offset. In fact, we shall fix that now with the help of the Dremel of repairing fuck-ups. So I'm catching up with chat because I think came for the explosions. Hi Dudley's Energy Birds. Mr. Chandler, long time no see. All good sinner, blah 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 blah. Squirrel McDoodles. Yep. Got the stick up his butt. You got one. Alright, fair enough. Right, let's see what that looks like. Really annoying because I was concentrating on track and I've drilled it in the wrong space. It needs to come over quite a bit actually. We'll sort that out. That's no bother. We can grind that out with the Dremel of Destiny. And I can find the bit for it. It's the first time that I've drilled a hole in the wrong place for a long time. Let's get a bloody whizzy wheel out. 2 secs, guys. Let me just get this sorted out. So I'll be with you. These little round bits for the Dremel are a brilliant invention. Great for doing this little job. You know, when you just got to tweak a hole a little bit and clean it up, like so it's not quite centre or whatever. Two seconds. I'm just going to mute the audio just while the buzzer's on, otherwise you're going to get deaf in it. There we go, that's ovaled that out a bit, so that looks a bit better now. Thank fuck for that, it was looking awful before. I'll do a test fit on the 510 now. And once the 510's test fitted in, we can get onto the good fucking exciting stuff. I do apologise, this is the boring stuff, doing this, drilling holes. So as you can see, I've elongated the hole because it wasn't quite in the right space and I'm not happy with it, so that's gone. So we can get that out of the fucking way, so we'll check that out, make sure that looks central-ish. That's much better. Yeah, much happy with that. And the beauty about doing it that way is you can adjust it. So what we're going to do now, because we don't use hot glue, is we're going to put a little drop of super glue on there to hold the 510. And what that does is two things. It not only does it hold it in place for my peace of mind and the customers, but also if you do it this way, when you tighten it up, it doesn't spin round. And the beauty is with this super glue is it's a little bit more forgiving than most, so you've got a little bit of wiggle, that'll be a bottle of juice, a little bit of wiggle room to you know, clean it up, so to speak. That one scratched as hell. We'll go with this one, is it? This one doesn't look as scratched. That'll polish up fine. So we put that on there like that. Then we're going to line this up roughly where we want it, which will be about there, I'd say, give or take. I'd say that about there is central. So we can push that down so the super glue holds it, and then what we'll do is we'll put the that spot on, that is near enough, move that way a tiny touch. This is how sort of anal it's got to be centralised. We put that in there. That just holds the ring on. Giggity. I've got a special spanner for the job. Giggity. Just drop my screwdriver. I will be doing regulated at some point, mate. It's just at the minute I'm just doing like MOSFET mech mods really at the minute for now. So yeah. So I've got this special spanner from ModMaker which enables me to tighten these up correctly. And the beauty is it's got a bit of a slip to it, so if you get it in the wrong spot, and what you have to do is keep pushing that negative connector down, because what happens is as you tighten it up, that will come up, and we don't want it all the way up, we just want it halfway. So what you can do is just give it a little nudge down again afterwards, or a nudge round, whatever you want to do. But that's how I do it. And then what I can do is I can go really posh, get this very special tool called the ModMaker tightening kit out, which is this bad boy here. So what you do with this, for people that don't know, is you unscrew, you thread it in like so to your 510. This is very heavy duty gear, this is, you don't need this, right? You screw that in, and once you've got that in enough, you can then tighten it against itself by doing this. Like that, and then you can use that to hold the 510. I'll do it in my right hand because I am right-handed. Like so, and then you can do that. And there you go, that's tight. That ain't getting any tighter than that now, I'll tell you. And if it isn't tight enough, you can always tighten it up, you know, with a bit more of a ragey spanner, you know, or an adjustable. So what we're going to do now, we can crack this off again now by going like that, spin that centre one down, and then that'll come out now. And that is your 510 tightened all the way up. Put that up there out of the way again, back up there it goes. Make sure all the fluff's out of there, which it is. Make sure all the fluff's on there because we don't want to scratch it. Am I missing any chat? Is the chat working? Hang on. Top chat. Live chat. There we go. I am special needs, guys. Fair enough. I need a drop of super glue. I did think about just putting a dot of glue in him occasionally, just for shits and giggles. So now we're going to put the button in. Make sure that's sat nice and flush, which it is. And then that's going to have a little nut on the back of it, like so. If you can see that, nice and neat like that. And then we'll get, you hold the button, and what I like to do is just turn it back like a good half a turn with the nut tight, because when you tighten the nut the whole thing will turn round, because they haven't invited anything to grip it yet. But I just like to grip it so that the wires, you can use a pair of pliers on the back of it as well. I've been known to do that as well. This one's particularly slippy, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to hold the back a little bit while I try not to break it in the process, while it turns around, you see, because what happens is it will turn round. I've got to try and do this without trying to do this, just to show you. They're from modmaker.co.uk, bud, the boxes. There we go, that's nice and tight and almost level where I want it. A little bit more of a nudge. There we go, as you can see. You see that alright, guys? Let's get it closer. There you go. See that? Nice and neat, nice and simple. Keep it simple, keep it neat. That's the best way. So that section is done and completed. No matter if you're disabled or not. Oh, cheers, Gail. Time to call this. Get some of this shite here. So that can go to one side for a minute because we're finished with that for a second. I'm not going to be putting the magnets in today, mainly because I haven't got any. I have got magnets, I just can't find my epoxy at the minute because I moved everything out the way. So what have we got in here? We've got, well, that's a slide switch for another project. We've got a little slide switch. Are we on the right thingy now? Yes, we are. Light's a bit blind in there, isn't it? Let's just do that with it. That's a bit there. It's not as glaring in the thing. It's dead easy, man. Once you've done one, it's fine. Unless your name's Rich, in which case you drill holes in wrong places and stuff. Yep, you can. All from Mod Maker, most of it. So we've got a little resistor, we've got a MOSFET, we've got a switch. So we're going to wire this now. We're going to wire it neatly. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of snipping. So that center one there, we don't need that because, believe it or not, the center point is also connected to this one here, so you can use that as a piece. So we're going to wire that up next. Swiss cheese mod. The Swiss cheese mod for the win. So let's get rid of the box out of the way for a minute and we'll just use this for now. Alright, just turn the brightness down on my iPad, because if I turn the brightness out, the battery will last a bit longer. There we are. There we go. As long as I can see what you're saying, that's the main thing. So we've got rid of the middle leg, but now we need to get the wiring diagram now, because I can't remember. I never can remember. There you go. There's the wiring diagram. I don't know if you can see that or not. There you go. Nice and easy. Right, so looking from my end, looking that way up, right? That one there on the left goes straight to the negative of the battery, and that one there goes to the switch. So we need to add a thin one on that one and a thick one on that. Yeah, and a thick one on the top, because that center pin there goes to the 510 negative. 510 negative. So we need some thin wire and we need some thick wire. Thick wire, I've put my microphone in. Check 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did have it. Do you know something? Sometimes even the most professional reviewer / streamer puts stuff down and can't fucking find it. But good job, he's just found it. Ignore my babies going beep 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 beeps. Right, so we've got some thin wire, we've got some thick wire. That the thick stuff? Yes, that is the thick stuff. So I like to use thick wire on all my mods because people are idiots. It's as simple as that. Find some hot air, some hot stuff in a minute to put on here. Right, so Need a piece of this to go to from the 510. So we'll roughly work out the sizes of wires we need, because that way you're not losing as much wastage then. Yeah. So I'll get the box back up a minute. This could take a while. Right. Bastard. Are you off? Are you, Gail? About there, I reckon. Give or take. I'm not hitting the mic. I haven't touched the mic. Is it working, guys, or not? Is it working all right? It's working all right here. No buffering here. Working fine for me. Everything's showing good. Must be Facebook. No, I didn't touch anything, mate. If it's not working, I'll just cancel it, guys, if it's no good. All right, okay. It's not a bag, it's my thingy up there. So as long as it's working all right, that's the main thing. Sometimes it takes a bit of heat to get into this before it will go on there. Turn the heat up a bit. Sometimes that's what you have to do sometimes. When you get the solder to flow like that, you've made progress. See how that just flowed then? You see alright, guys? It's a bit dark, isn't it? Get you a bit closer so you can see what's going on. There you go. There we are. Clean the tip off. Now what we need to do is get this all soldered up a bit better here. I'm just tinning the wire. Hang on a second, guys. There we go. Wire has been twinned. Get the wire, we sit the wire on there like that. We're going to get solder. You go down there with the solder to make sure it gets good contact on the bottom. You want to get that hot and that hot as well at the same time. We want nice blob of solder on there. So when that's gone off and dried and everything, cooled down and what have you, that will be the negative for the 510 negative, you see, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get a nice good solder joint on that, which I believe I've got. Okay. If you can see that very well. Okay, blob of solder on there, let's see. So then what we're going to have is another bit of solder. Let me turn that down a bit because it's a bit hot now. Turn that back down to about 330, something like that. 300 I'll do. Up to 300. Turn that off a minute. We'll consult the diagram again. So we need that one there on the left is going to be a negative to the battery tray, right? And the one on the top is going to have a thin wire on it. So we'll do the thin wire next. Which I like to double over because I'm a bit fussy with wiring and it's got to be done right. So we can snip some of this off because we don't need all this length on here if it misses. Right, so the bottom one there is the negative, so that top one there needs a one with a live feed on, ready for the squirrel doodles. Yes, it does. Right. Put a little bit of a tin on there. Put a tin on this one as well. And it goes. Tin on there. Don't want much solder on it, you see, because we're going to put putting a wire on. Tin this wire here. Don't know why my chat's not refreshing. The chat's not refreshing for some reason. We will be putting a bit of heat shrink on this, but for now we'll just do this. Why is that? Has that gone off? Yeah, it's gone off. That's why. It's quick to that was almost at like 80 degrees, and it's going straight up to 300 now. Boom, jumped out. No mess it. So we've got that on there, but have you noticed what I forgot, ladies and gentlemen? What I haven't done yet, because there's a very important thing that we haven't done. It involves this bad boy. This bad boy here needs to go neatly in there, and then it needs to go round and connect to either side. So what we need to do now is get that like so. And we need to go like this. I'm going to bend it round like that so it's nice and neat on there. I'll do the same with the other side now while holding it. I've done it now so it's not too hot. Otherwise you can't do it because it's far too hot. Pardon me. gonna have to solder a blob of solder on there in a minute anyway. There we go. It needs a little bit of solder on that now, and that will be held perfectly in place. Like that. Yeah? See what I've done? Pew, 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 pew. Has it gone off? We're still there, are we watching? Shout if everyone's still alive. Don't forget that thumbs up a like, guys. If you haven't already, give us a subscribe for more cool shit. My chat's gone. Yeah, chat had gone then. Just dead inside. The enclosure is it's the G-Boy Plus, mate. It's the G-Boy Plus. Mo. It will be when it's done. So I usually do this first. There we go. A blob of solder on there. Clean the solder off there. Why is my thumb hot? Feels like I burnt my salt on my thumb. Probably have, to be honest. It's known to do that. Still getting used to the soldering on because it's new, you see, as well, which doesn't help. There we go. So that's pretty much ready, apart from another wire for the negative, but we'll sort that in a second. We'll sort that in a second now. Need to find some heat shrink in a minute. Got some somewhere. Oh, itchy butt crack. There's some. That'll do. I've got no thin stuff, unfortunately, left, I don't think. Oh yeah, I have. Bit here. Is that the thin stuff? Yeah, that's the thin stuff. That'll do. You can see a little bit of heat shrink on there now. Done like that. And I'll get some more thick wire. And this will be the piece that goes to the battery sled. I usually do it differently to this, but we'll do it this way around for a change. Mix things up a little bit. Keeps things interesting. Yeah, the chat's not auto updating for some reason. Quick nibble. Yeah, the live chat's not working. Fucking thing. So now we're going to do that one now on that side. Give it a solder on the go. Yeah, it's on live chat, mate. It's already on live chat. Just tinning the wire again. Sure we've got a decent connection on there. We don't want it to be dodgy because we want a good tight connection for power drain and draw and stuffs. So you can just keep feeding solder at it. You obviously don't want a great big splodge of it because it'll wreck the thing then. I think that looks good. Quick run down the side to make sure it's flowing right. That looks good to me. Plenty of solder, not too much. Nice clean connection. Yeah, it's on live chat, man. Right, that's that sorted. So now we've done that, I need a little bit more heat to shrink. Now who would shrink in a house like this? This heat shrink's a little bit tight, and that's what she said. A little bit tight to get on the wire. Mind you, the wire's still warm, so sometimes getting heat shrink on a warm wire is not a good idea. There we go, heat shrink is on. Lovely jubbly. Little quick flame. Try not to get it too close to the camera so it fucks up the camera. There we go. It's nice and heat shrinked. So now we're going to do, the only reason I'm using my hot air gun is because my iPad sat in front of it, and when I put it back down it's going to kill the screen on my iPad, so I didn't want to do that. I don't suppose you wanted to do that. So, to be fair guys, I might go and resume this tomorrow night because I've got a splitting headache. Absolute splitting headache. I've got a feeling everyone's going to moan they're hungry in a minute too, and I haven't made any food yet. So that one's going to go to the battery negative. There. That one goes to the switch positive, and that one is going to go to the negative of the 510. Not much, mate. I haven't fucked up anything yet, so it's all good. Not fucking broken anything yet, so it's all good. Also makes it easier to wire then if you do it this way. There we go, that's all nice and heat shrinked up, nice and safe for everybody involved. Because as I said, people are idiots, which is why I want to make them as safe and easy as possible. So if we can get this on the sled now, this is where the fun starts, ladies and gentlemen. Right, where's the sled? There we go, there's the sled. So we want this to sit like that. We want that wire to go over there, like that, around there like that, don't we? Well, we want it to go up, don't we? So, yeah, about there-ish, give or take. So we're going to do what's known as splitting the wire here. So we're going to cut it a bit here. Because this is to be fair, the series ones are a little bit easier to thing. What I like to do is if you just split it a bit, I don't know if you can see this very well, if you split it so when it comes out it just sits on it'll sit on the tabs then, you see, which is a nice neat way of doing it. But we're going that way, aren't we? Yeah, we're going that way, so it wants to go like that, and then we want that to split about there. What I'm going to do now is just bend the bottom of these up a little tiny bit so they sit a little bit prouder than they are. I want them to sit a little bit higher than like that, see how that's just sat a little bit proud? So what I can do then is just hook this into there like so. And they'll just solder neatly on there then, you see. Oh, I can bring that in a bit actually. A little bit thinner than that, I think. Yeah, that looks good. You guys aren't going to be able to see this very well, I'm afraid, but I'm just going to tin the ends just to make sure they've got solder on them. Yeah, tinned one, tin two. There we go. Just a little bit of solder on, just so when we put the tin in, once I've tinned the wire, when it goes on, it'll be all nice and neatly. No worries, man. It's all good. Get some wiring done now. Jules skiving off, is she? Didn't bother coming to see my stream. Honestly, I don't. You just can't get the viewers these days, can you, Stevie? Eh? I'm just tinning the wire, look, see? Doesn't help that there's a draft coming in through my volume window cooling the soldering line down. Touch yourself, don't touch the battery contact after you've soldered it. It's a little bit on the warm side, ladies and gentlemen. Might have to go in a minute, guys. My back is absolutely killing me. I guarantee that they're going to be moaning they're hungry in a minute. But you get the idea. So now we've got our sled pretty much pre-wired. There'll be 2 wires on there which will connect together, which will go up to the 510, and then that one there is going to go to a little switch, which will be a little kill switch that's here. So get glued on the side. Then that'll go from that to the 12mm clicky button. Yeah. And then it's just a few more wires and it's done, really. Fuck. But you can see how it's going to go in here. It'll sit somewhere in here like this. Like that, you see? Sitting there like that. Give or take. Yeah, it'll sit about there. See? About there. Most likely. Plenty of room on the bottom for clearance, so it doesn't short. And then that wire there, obviously that'll glue up to there, that'll connect up to there, connect up to the 510 negative, and then everything else will go in there and be hunky dory. Hey Jules. So I'm just eating sweets because I'm starving. I haven't eaten yet. So yeah. Next thing we've got to do is we've got to insulate the bottom. So I've got this, which is 18650 black battery wrap. Got a roll of this. It was only fucking pennies. So what I do is I cut a piece that's so long. And once I've cut a piece that's right long, I'll just snip a bit off till it's the right width. Which is about there, give or take. Yeah. And we cut a snivel off the bottom. And that should be near enough here. How do, Mr. Conway? Just clear all the inside gunk off there. I might even put a piece in the top as well, just for peace of mind for people, you know. That is pretty much perfection. Just snip a bit off the edges there. How you doing, Jules? You alright? So as you can see, I've put a little bit of that in there. Might put a strip in the top just for fucking peace of mind, because I know where this one's going. Where the fuck's that gone now? I'll put it down now somewhere. No, it's still here. Stream house, good. Actually, yeah. Sorry, I just done sweets. You, bugger off, dog. Dog's lurking with intent. As she always fucking does, little shit. Yeah, I got 2 finches, mate, yeah. 2 zebras. Noisy little shitbags they are. Cute though. Cute as fuck. Got 2 finches, a budgie, 2 cockatiels and a Senegal parrot. There you go. Senegal parrot downstairs. Oh, and some ducks. Some ducks in the back garden. Yeah, they're cute little buggers they are, bless them. To be fair, they're not that noisy. I'd rather have them than fucking cockatiels. The teals are noisy gits. No, not that type of ducks. They probably will, though. They're Madagascan or something ducks they are. They're only little fucking things. They're only little ducks they are. I wish they were duck eggs for breakfast. I fucking love a duck egg, me. Can't beat duck egg. It's bang in. They say in Wales. No, if Mo has one, I'll cover it in like white fluffy fucking chisel in it. Where's Mo bro gone? Watching since the start. Awesome to see this program. You'll have to make me one. Send me some pennies and I shall make you one, my old son. Just decide what you want. Gay. I've just eaten a full pack of peach rings and they were amazing. Yeah, you could, but I like to be neat and tidy. Sup, squeaky twat? Sup, squeaky? You tarting? Fucking tarting at each other they are, little shits. Cute. Sometimes. Funny as fuck them two are. They make me laugh. Silly birds. I'm just seeing how much wire I need. Right guys, I'm going to leave it there and I'm going to shoot, alright? Because I am knackered. I shall do this again tomorrow night and finish it off. But we're nearly there now. We're nearly there. I can't do any more. My fucking eyes and my back are killing me. So, yeah. If you want to see what it looks like when it's finished, here's one I made. Let's do it fucking, what's it stylish, shall we? Here's one I made earlier. So there you go. That's what they look like finished. This is the finished object. Basically what they'll look like when they're finished, yeah? Nice and tidy, nice and clean. Click your button. Plenty of power and rage. And that's what the thing. So I shall keep an eye out for tomorrow night, and I shall carry on tomorrow night. Alright guys? Shall see you then. Thanks for watching guys. Take it easy. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. And if you haven't already, go and check out nfhg modz on Facebook. And you'll see all the pictures, and there's even a video of one working on there, alright? Take it easy guys. Toodle pips. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up and sub if you haven't already.